was on Instagram and I was checking out this particular viral video of this female truck driver. Now, I will be honest, I have been seeing a whole bunch of female truck drivers, and not just like women that you would think would be truck drivers or women who you may find to be unattractive. No, I've been finding some female truck drivers who look very, very good, right? And some of these women are very beautiful. Some of them are here on YouTube. Some of them also have OnlyFans pages. And it brings me to this particular sister who obviously is in a male dominated situation. And, basically most truck drivers go and they take their truck to pick up loads in these, kind of spots here, these situations. Men are there in these warehouses. They're helping, loading up the truck and stuff like that. And this young lady is, well, upset about it.
Dear warehouse man, please let me explain to you how annoying and creepy it is for y'all to sit there and watch her unload her whole mother. Like, that's so annoying to me. That is creepy. Like, you just literally stand there and watch me. Literally watch me unload my truck and you're just standing there. And then whatever other truck drivers are in the bays next to me come over there and stand and watch me. Now I feel like a circus freak show because y'all are watching me unload my goddamn truck instead of helping. Like, what kind of men are y'all? That blows me. It blows me. Then y'all want to hold small talk. Working. I don't want to talk about how long I've been driving and do I.
This is interesting. She says on one hand, like the men are watching her, as she's unloading her entire shipment. They're not trying to help her. And at the same time, these are the same men who are trying to, get her phone number, trying to talk, or even trying to trying to clap. And so she's upset about this. She is not happy about it at all. And to be honest, I kind of can see her point, being that, probably she's a decent looking lady. Dude's probably trying to holler. But here's the situation. Number one, you are in a male dominated job. Okay. So when you're out there passing your truck driving tests and all of this and working in a warehouse, you're saying I can do this job because me being a woman doesn't prohibit me. All right. That's what you're saying. I can do anything that a man can do. That's first and foremost. And the second thing is that I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to watch my tone and watch my words. But we're living in an area now where men do not care about helping women like before. Some men still do. Don't get me wrong. You have many men who care about, respecting women, men who care about opening the door. It hasn't gone on, all the way. But we're going to be honest, family. There are a lot of men who just don't give a damn about any of that. And if we are here to say that men care about that, then we are lying. Ultimately, we are lying. Most men under 40, right? And I'm 44. I can tell you in the 90s, it was all about equality. The Democratic Party, and especially in the black community, you heard it all the time. Look, women can lead. We started seeing the rise of female pastors, especially if you're like in the AME church and stuff like that. The rise of female preachers, Juanita Bynum. Women can be your leaders. You lived in the black community. A lot of leadership came from women. And so instead of looking at women as ultimately people that needed to be cared for and ultimately women that needed to be provided for, a lot of the people in the black community started looking at women in the black community as equals, as collaborators. And we started seeing that, especially if this is also important, right? I want to talk about this because this is something that women don't understand. You are literally a victim of your success. All right? You really are. You're a victim of your success. I know it sucks, right? I know the guys still want to clap. They still want to talk to you. But guess what? That's where it's at, man. Unfortunately, it's where it's at. And a lot of dudes are looking at you as your look. Hey, you got money. Hey, you can do this. Hey, what's up with your phone number? If you don't want it like that, you're going to have to understand gender roles. All right. And you're not going to be able to have your cake with a lot of these dudes and eat it too. You want to come in and operate in the man's world or in those things. A lot of guys want to say, okay, cool. You do it. You take care of it. Same thing with a lot of dudes when it comes to spending money on dates. I've noticed that so many, and guys, you got, I have like the Pan-African dating show, and you understand, like, I've been noticing trends, when it comes to things like Valentine's Day, things like Women's Day. And I can tell you, man, in comparison to when I was coming up, when guys were just running, trying to get a Valentine's Day gift, guys are just running, trying to do that. Nobody cares. A lot of these dudes ain't going to speeding events. A lot of these dudes don't want to spend no money on women. A lot of these dudes don't want to deal with women's problems. A lot of these dudes don't want to do none of that. And largely that's because we taught men that you and men are equal and that we don't got to do nothing for you. You can do it all by yourself. And that's how the men looking at it. Most of them. It's so many women out there that complain about the fact that, black men, they don't want to pay any bills, and they get that some of that coddling comes from their mom, right? Your own mom teaches you. When I was coming up, let's say, for example, you had more situations where, hey, open the door for your girlfriend, open the door for this, open the door for that. That was something that was very, 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 very common in the black community and from my mom's era. Now, by the time is my era going down in the 90s, it was, hey, black women are the most educated. Hey, and then you got this taunting, you black men are not on your job. So, and then what also happens is, I'm going to tell you what, if this lady, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. If she happened to be Hispanic, if she happened to be white, okay, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of black men would have been there willing to help her. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because that young lady that we saw was not attractive, no. It's just that when it comes to other groups of women, we are pretty much taught that other groups of women respect their men more. That's not always true, right? Or even mostly true. But that's what we've been taught, that, oh, if you go get a white woman or an Asian woman, you can protect them. So a black woman, she can do all of it by herself, right? And so when you see a black woman, a lot of men don't look at a black woman and say, oh, she needs the support. You know, she needs a man to come and help. A lot of black men don't look at black women like that. And to be honest, a lot of black women don't give off the mentality. And again, femininity is an aura. You know, if you're a woman and you have a certain disposition about yourself, let me tell you something that can always break a man. A female disposition. If you're a black woman and you're very feminine, most men, if they find you attractive, gonna melt. They're gonna try to help you, right? But a lot of times these women have this a little bit of an untitled mentality, or why you have a nasty attitude and then want somebody to help you, right? Now, I will give brothers this too. A lot of brothers will support. A lot of brothers don't have a problem with helping women, the right ones. But you're not gonna have no nasty attitude. Like, I think that what she did and expect somebody to come in and basically say, oh, you supposed to help me. Oh, you need to do this. You guys try to talk to me. I mean, like, what? A lot of men can just really see it in your face. We can look at you and tell that you're rude, that you got an attitude, and do try to talk to you. So again, if you want people to support you and people to help you and to do all that, you're going to have to change your attitude. You're going to have to change your disposition. That is exactly what you're going to have to do. Unfortunately, I know you don't like that. I know you don't appreciate that, and that's fine. But that is going to be your take. And again, it's only going to get worse. These men do not owe y'all nothing, all right? You're going to work for everything that you get from these guys in 2026, most of y'all. Especially most of y'all, where if you're not like super bad, I'm going to just tell the truth. She's not an ugly lady at all. But if you're not super duper bad, if you're not super duper fly, if you're not like IG model status or whatever, and you expect these dudes to break their back, you're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to change your attitude, and you're gonna have to get out there like everybody else and show folks what you got. I know that you're mad, but it's not my fault. It is what it is. These dudes gonna make you earn everything that you get now, and a lot of ladies don't want to have to earn it. You know, that's the price of being independent. And I know it's not a nice thing or the right thing to say, but that's the price that you pay when you're independent working woman. You don't get no help, baby. You got to carry that load all by yourself and not expect people to come in and contribute on something that you signed up for. Because those same men, nobody helped them. So guys, what do you think it's your boy?
Dear warehouse man, please let me explain to y'all how annoying and creepy it is for y'all to sit there and watch a unload her truck. Like, that's annoying to me. That is creepy. Like, you just literally stand there and watch me. Literally watch me unload my truck, and you're just standing there. And then whatever other truck drivers are in the bays next to me come over there and stand and watch me. Now I feel like a circus freak show because y'all are watching me unload my goddamn truck instead of helping. Like, what kind of men are y'all? That blows me. It blows me. Do y'all want small talk? I'm working. I don't want to talk about how long I've been driving and do I like it. Y'all so...
I just woke up from my nap and I've seen so many dumb comments like this. When you get a truck driving job, you actually know what you signed up for. First of all, I didn't want or need help from them men. The point of the conversation was to let y'all men know how uncomfortable y'all make us sometime in the industry, okay? There's two men standing at the end of my truck, looking inside of my truck, watching me unload my truck, okay? It's creepy. It's awkward. It's weird. And it is rude sitting there staring. You're a grown man. You sitting there staring, watching me, just watching me, not even offering to help. That's weird. I don't want or need help. But it's creepy for you to sit there and act like I'm a circus act.
Let's go.
But you don't know who you're talking to. I'm at boss up. I am the boss. That's first of all. Second of all, I don't want y'all's help. Y'all's help come with conversation that I don't be wanting to have. Y'all's help come with asking for my number at the end of the conversation. I don't want it. I actually want to be left the alone. That is the purpose of the video. But that went over all y'all's heads. I left the nightlife because I got tired of being a people pleaser and talking to people all day. I'm in trucking to be left the alone. I did 9 years in prison. I'm used to being left the alone. Don't need your ragged ass help. I'm built for this shit. I'm just trying to do all that typing, so I just keep making these videos in hopes that y'all will understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. How much you do this all the time? The days are simple and gone. Maybe scroll down my TikTok and you'll see where I do this all the time. I made a video saying that I do not mind loading and unloading my own truck before I allow a forklift on my shit because I own my equipment. So therefore, I don't mind loading and unloading my own truck. I don't need help unless it's like 1,800-pound pallet and I need help getting it a little push to get it over the. Other than that, I'm good. My daddy raised a whole boy, okay? Ain't no fucking sugar cookies and glitter over here. I just look like this. But I'm tougher than half of you men in the comments. Seriously, I was sentenced to 10 years in prison. I did 9. Could have did 3 if I'd have told.